Okay, I just wanted to share with you a little dialogue about anarchy that happened on my Facebook status, and I'm just going to read two comments. One by JM, who will remain anonymous, and then a response by DW, who shall remain anonymous as well. Okay, so JM, speaking out against anarchy, says, "It's all very well you liking anarchy and everything, but not everyone will, and the king of the hill situation is inevitable. You would happily go through all the violence needed to change the system into what you want it to be, only for it all to revert into what it was all along. There are evil people in this world, and any form of anarchy would only allow them to practice all they dreamt of doing. I don't like the current way any more than you do, but people do need law and order to protect themselves from each other. Anarchy, any form of it, is not going to help anyone or anything. Anarchists should be allowed the place to practice their beliefs, if there's enough of them who wish to do so, in a true democracy that is, but to impose that on everyone is ridiculous." And we scroll down and we see the response by DW. "J, you see it all wrong. Anarchy is not everyone for himself without any structure. That is the programmed response the media and the few thousand years of hierarchy and slave mentality have installed with their propaganda. Anarchy is simply no rulers. What is so difficult to understand about that? Anarchy is cooperative freedom. People working together without an elite or a leader telling them how it needs to be. Any situation." And then he quotes JM. "But people do need law and order to protect themselves from each other." And he writes, "Why? Law and order are stagnant states of mind, square thinking, machine thinking. The state of mind has allowed humanity to become the scourge of the planet, removed from their natural habitat. How come people equate anarchy with chaos? This is like saying nature is chaotic. Preposterous. The natural order is mutual complementation, the highest possible form of order, as it was meant. Any imposed unnatural order is bound to be exclusivist and inert. If people take their personal responsibility, they do not need law and imposed order. Order is our natural environment. Nature is the boss. We cannot keep referring to the broken humans of the slavery age as the standard for growth. Free humans in a free environment cooperating with each other on an equal basis will not be able to regress into a king of the hill system simply because the collective will not allow this." And then he quotes again, "Anarchists should be allowed a place to practice their beliefs if there are enough of them who wish to do so, in a true democracy that is, but to impose that on everyone is ridiculous." End quote. What? You really don't get the concept of freedom, eh? True democracy, my ass. That is a form of dictatorship you talk about there. You're in effect saying that people who should not be free and that people who want to practice anarchic systems should be allowed to get a little spot where they can play their silly games, but the hierarchical system should impose its will upon everyone. Should allow the silly anarchists. That is hierarchical thinking right there, and megalomane at that. We domestic dogs are superior to the wolf. See how silly that is? Anarchism is not trying to impose any system upon anyone. The idea is to let everyone be free. Let the people who wish to live in a boss-slave situation create their own little civilization without taking up the main space on this planet. Fuck, the basis shouldn't be unfreedom. The basis should be freedom." And then he ends, "Really, the arrogance of the slave in captivity is boundless. The trained dog allowing the free wolf. Really ridiculous." Anyway, that's them both. Make what you wish. The text of it's in the description box below.